if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a therapist of some kind, if you do anything where you are working with people in what I call a transformative way, that you're helping them to change their lives, whether it's their health, their relationships, their business, their whatever, you need to watch this video. I'm Trevor Emden. I'm a success coach, a business success coach, and these are 3 huge mistakes that coaches and people in that kind of industry make that actually repel high-end clients. People want people to pay them high ticket money, and they think, why can other coaches do it? How do I get to be as good as them? And actually it's really simple. So I'm going to take you through those 3 big mistakes in this video, and please stay to the end, because at the end I'm going to reveal to you a golden secret to closing high ticket clients the very first time you meet. This will save you not just days, not just weeks, but potentially years, even decades of your career. Okay, so let's go through these 3 first. So the first big mistake I see people doing, coaches particularly are renowned for this. I see it all over the place on websites and other places around the internet, pitching yourself as the product. What I mean by that is that you get to the website and I'm Trevor Emden, right? So let's suppose it's me. So the website says, "Hi, I'm Trevor, and I can fix your problem. I've got this credential, and I went to this college, and I really care, and I'm a good coach." Now, I'm being slightly mocking, and I don't mean to do that, because it makes me sad, actually, because I'm assuming that the person behind that website is probably not just a good coach, but probably an excellent coach, maybe even a brilliant coach, but that isn't going to sell. It's like meeting a stranger on the street for the very first time, maybe bumping into them, looking in the same shop window or in the supermarket queue or something, and going, "Hi, nice to meet you. Shall we get married and have babies?" It's as ridiculous as that. They don't care. When they get to your website, they didn't get there to meet you. They got there because they wanted to solve a problem that they have. So you've got to hook them with the result they want first, right? Then later, when you've got their attention, you go, "Oh, this person seems to know what they're talking about," then you can say a bit about yourself, because at that point they're going to want to know, "Well, tell me a bit more about you. Who are you? How did you get to this? How come you understand all this stuff?" Then you can tell, they still don't care where you went to college or what the name of your cat is or anything, but they do care that you have, I call it hacking your way through the jungle, that you've carved a pathway through to the result that they want. So what they want at that point, what you should be doing at that point, is telling them your story in summary, not a great long page after page after page, not how happy you are, unless that's relevant to the story. And even then, right? So you need to pitch yourself later, but the first thing you should pitch is the result you can get them. People worry, coaches worry, "Oh, but I'm going to lose some clients, and quite rightly, right? You're never going to get them anyway, the ones that don't belong in your field. Okay, so if you're a relationship coach, for example, I'm just plucking this out in the air, and somebody comes along and lands on your website, and what they're looking for is business coaching, you're not their bag, man. Some of my American friends probably would never say, but you're not a fit, right? So you can't, instead of trying to be, "Hi, I really care, and I'm lovely and warm, and you really want to know me, come in, and they're even if they do stay, they're reading and like, "What am I reading this for? I get to the point. I want to know if you can help me," right? So that's mistake number 1, pitching yourself as the product. Don't do that. Hook them with the result you can get them first, right? So you've got to know your market a bit there. Right, second one, having a fuzzy offer. These kind of overlap somewhat. What I mean by a fuzzy offer is that I see headlines on websites in this kind of marketplace that say things like, "I can transform your life. I can make you successful. I can make you happy," and so on. And I used to do this. I'm guilty of this, because I thought, jeepers, if Tony Robbins can do it, and he charges, 4, 5, even 6 figures sometimes, depending on what he's selling, I'm quite happy to do it for 3 figures. And I'm sure that I can make people happy. I can help people get successful, and that's kind of what I do. I'm good at that. I'm a trained psychotherapist. Plus, I went through Tony Robbins training as well, his Master University stuff. So I thought, you know, I'm NLP trained. I'm family therapy trained. There's lots of things I can do, right? But I learned to my cost that although I'm not saying you'll never ever get clients, I did, you probably will get some, these kind of fuzzy words, what does transformation look like? You know, if you get arrested, you know, that could transform your life, but you're not likely to go, oh, wow, that wonderful policeman that arrested me changed my life, right? That's transformation, but that's still not, it's just too vague, it's too big. It comes back to the first one, you've got to pin down, you've got to get a focused, clear result about what is it you do. Now, there might be a range of results, in which case you've got to do your research and come up with a hierarchy, right? And you want to put the one that's front and center, the one that has the biggest pull, and that's research. I can't go into that in this video, but just I can make you happy. I can make you. There is a value to things like peace of mind and success and happiness. There is a value in people's hearts, but not up front, right? So that's mistake number 2. Don't have a fuzzy offer. People will not pay you. They might pay you, you know, $50 an hour for that kind of level coaching, but high-end clients, right? You've got to really, really know what they want. Right, this one, oh my goodness, this one. I do that because that's me talking to myself, really. It took so much of my life and my time and my energy because I thought this is going to go against the grain. A lot of people are going to not agree with me about this. A lot of marketing teachers will not agree with me about this. But, well, hear me out. Taking too long to establish credibility. Right now, here's the thing. Here's what people do. Well, I'm nobody. I'm not known. I'm not famous. Right? So what I have to do is I have to showcase all my wisdom and my knowledge for free in as many places as I can. I'll put it on YouTube. I'll put it on Facebook. I'll put it on Twitter. I'll put it on Pinterest. I'll put up blog posts for nothing. Well, it's not nothing to you, is it? Because those things cost you time, and that time adds up. Hours turn into days, days into weeks, weeks into months and years. Right? And here's the question. When are you going to stop? At what point do you think enough people have seen or heard your trainings and your blog posts and your videos and your freebies and had your free calls? Oh, don't do those. Your free calls. When do you think you've reached the tipping point of all of that you will be able to say, now I have credibility. Now I can say to the world, hey, Joe Schmo, Trevor Imden, whoever you are, is here, and now I'm going to charge you a lot of money to do what I was doing for free. Because trust me, that day is never going to come. That road does not lead to that place. It doesn't. I think my image is frozen. Maybe the whole thing's frozen. I'm going to keep talking. No, I'm going to wait. Sorry about that. There was a freeze in the software. Right. That day doesn't come because that road cannot possibly lead to a time when people say, you know what, I'd be willing to pay that person a lot of money. Because they're getting all your stuff for free anyway. All you've done is built yourself a reputation for being free or very cheap. Go to that person, right? And here's my third point about that. If you're peppering your knowledge and wisdom all over the place for free, well, you've earned that knowledge and wisdom. You went through, you know, the rough ride, the training, the hard knocks, whatever it was, to get that stuff. Why are you giving it away? And at what point can you draw the line and say, well, I'll tell you this much, but if you want the next bit, you'll have to pay me? Where does that come from? Right? So that doesn't work. You can't take forever to establish your credibility. Now, so the question is, how do you establish credibility? So I told you that I would tell you a golden secret to closing these high ticket clients the very first time you meet. And it's the corollary, or the opposite, I'm not sure if that's the right word, of what I just told you there, right? Because you can establish credibility the very first time you meet by diagnosing the problem properly. Because diagnosis equals rapport, right? Now, you've been watching this video, and thank you for staying, for a little over 10 minutes, something around 10 minutes. There was a gap in the middle I've got to edit out, but it's around about 10 minutes, okay? Now, some of you who've landed on this video may have done so because you already know me, you know my other work, but it's quite likely as well that you've never seen or heard of me before, and yet I am certain that in 10 minutes I got your attention because I correctly diagnosed a problem that you are having with your coaching business. Now, if you're not having that problem, or you're not a coach or in a similar profession, well, A, you probably didn't stay till this time in the video anyway, and B, it didn't make any sense to you. It's like, it's not my thing, right? And that's fine. I specifically targeted this video at people in these professions, particularly coaching and consulting, well, therapists, transformational workers, because I know they have this problem, and I know I've done my research, plus I've been through it myself, but I still had to reverse engineer it to figure out what the problem was, right? Now, that's how it works. Now, we've been, together, and it's a one-way communication because I can't see you, I don't know who you are, for less than a quarter of an hour, okay? And I know that I have your attention. Now, I would like to, there were things that I cannot tell you in a 10-minute video about this, and other things about how to get your mindset around I am worth charging this money and actually closing the sale. So what I would like to invite you to do next, and I will put this link in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be below in the description. But if you go to my website, which is trevoremden.com/high-ticket-secrets, trevoremden.com, that's how you spell my name with an O there, trevoremden.com/high-ticket-secrets. If you go there, you will find a free training that will take you into much more depth about how to do this. So that's my invitation. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope I've made a very powerful point to you here today, that how quickly you can establish credibility, because if that is the thing that will keep you and the high-end clients, or any clients for that matter, but if you're worried about, oh, nobody knows me, this is the key. You've got to diagnose the problem accurately for your market, and then they'll go, wow, she understands me, and then they'll pay you, right? It's right. Now, I'm not asking you for money for this, right? You can go and watch that training, get that training absolutely free. So I hope to see you there. Go to trevoremden.com/high-ticket-secrets, and you will get a very powerful training for absolutely free. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.